Hello comrades and welcome back to Steve on Steve Plays Kaiserreich in Hearts of Iron 4 as the Soviet Union. So in the last video we finally went to war and we are expanding very smoothly against Mongolia and the Turkestan Khanate, as well as some other folks including Tibet and Uguristan, which is great fun considering there is desert and mountains and no supply. So yeah, basically a typical game of Hearts of Iron 4. We're getting a little bit bogged down in these annoying mountains, but such is life. We are making steady but slow progress. We have taken a fair share of casualties. Alright, new anti-aircraft guns, perfect. Always want a bit of those for that extra piercing. And air cover, I suppose, is always important as well. Now, how's our industry doing? Our industry, let's start doing construction 4, because that'll make us a lot richer in terms of military factories. Alright, this is great. All these troops can be redirected in about a second. That's great news. But yes, I think that Turkestan will be capitulating fairly soon, considering that they're at war with Iran as well. Which is unfortunate because I really don't want Iran to take a big chunk of their land. But as I mentioned in the last video, I'm probably going to go to war with Iran anyway, so it's really not an issue. Why is there no... What's up with this? Why is there no marshal on this army? That doesn't seem right. I guess I messed that up somehow. Interesting stuff, I suppose. What is our national focus? Trans-Namur and Syndicalist. Ah yes, we're trying to have a coup d'etat in Trans-Namur. That's great. Alright, you go ahead and just grab a bunch of land, I suppose. Get that capitulation progress that we really need. Although you are an infantry division moving through, what do you call this? Plains. So you shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble. Alright, we're at the verge of their capital, and I imagine they'll be surrendering very shortly, so we are just peachy. Let's change this plan a little bit. Or rather, delete these parts of the plan. Yeah, and just kind of attach the rest of the folks to the correct plan. Oh, I'm still deleting plans. Right. That was a bit silly of me. But hey, that's what happens when you don't play the game for a few days. But on another note, tomorrow will be my first day of university, which is very exciting for me. So, yay for me. Not the university I want to go with, too, or a course that I want to study. In fact, it's a subject that I really don't like. But, you know, you play the cards you're dealt. So yeah, the schedule of uploading might be a bit shaken up by that, but hopefully there won't be too many interruptions. Yeah. So Turkestan is on the verge of falling, and Mongolia is still being tricky because they have quite a high amount of divisions and not actually... My units are hard to supply, although we are making slow progress, I suppose. But at what cost? We're taking a lot of casualties, and I'm not fond of that. Although once Mongolia capitulates, this will be a walk in the park. And of course, as soon as the Turkestan Khanate capitulates, we'll be able to have a second front against the Mongolian alliance. What is it called? The Great Khanate. That's lovely. Very poetic, Roman Sternberg. How long are the Turkestan going to hold out? Actually, they're not even close to capitulating, which is very strange, considering they've lost most of their land. That was a bit of strategic controlling here, just to maximize, or rather, capitalize on the swiftness of our victory, so to speak. Okay, Italy is at war. That's exciting. Huh. So Italy is now at war with the Germans, huh? And of course, the Second Weltkrieg bogged down into a horrible trench war like the first one. Who would have thunk? But seriously, nobody in their right mind would have thought otherwise, but the Germans proved them all wrong. Which, is, good for the Germans in terms of innovation. Okay, wow, we took their capital and they're very close to capitulating. So let's take Tashkent, let's take Osh. Sorry if I'm sniffling a bit, allergy season. I actually started taking my allergy vaccines, and funnily enough, I had an allergic reaction to it, which is just, the prime of irony in my life, I suppose. Our good progress. We're coming very close to taking the Mongolian capital, which is obviously a very good thing. We're making very, very steady progress with no delays. Alright, finally the Turkestan Khanate has capitulated. These pockets are annoying, to say the least, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. So let's just take them out and then we will kind of redraw our plans. Which should be fun, as it always is in this game. I don't know how interesting the first couple of episodes were of this series, but I actually like the whole organizational aspect of this game. Like the pre-war build-up, civilian factories, research, national focuses. I really like that. Maybe it's because I'm a numbers guy, because I like organization. Maybe because I'm OCD. But whatever. That's just life. Alright, almost last pockets of Turkestan resistance are being crushed. Trans-Siberian crisis, who cares about that? Are we done with this? No. How long is this going to take? Okay, a few days. Alright, more military factories to put it to production of infantry equipment, because you're always going to need more infantry equipment. Especially when we're going to fight the Germans. Let's take this last bit of land and then we'll redirect our forces. Deutsch Mittelafrika declared war in the Kingdom of Iran. Oh yes, this is the splintering of Africa that's beginning. I hope that is, because it's always great to watch. Yeah, it is. It's starting. Burundi and Rwanda are independent. And now all of Africa is gonna shatter into a million pieces. It's actually pretty hilarious to watch. Great for the Africans, and terrible for the Germans, which is always a good thing. Upgrade our artillery, insufficient resources. Rubber, yeah. Rubber is kind of the only resource that the Soviet Union struggles with throughout the entire game. Unless they somehow manage to puppet the Dutch East Indies. So yeah, Africa is falling apart with large chunks declaring independence. There should be some kind of situation in Transnamor, which I hope goes well for us. Let's do Red Cossacks, which gives us a coup in the Don Kuban Union, which is great. Come on. I need the event in Transnamor. Please give it to me. I want it. I really want it. I want Vladivostok. I want that warm water port. Really? Alright, let's reorganize these lads. Comrade Govorov and Comrade Zhukov. Let's have a bit of a organizational nightmare, shall we? Alright, Comrade Shapashnikov, you guys all assigned to this, of course. Pursue it with great vigor. Comrade Govorov, you shall be assigned to this section of the front with Iguristan. There we go. And go ahead. And Comrade Zhukov, you will be assigned... Yes, this is a bit tricky, isn't it? Let's assign you there. And assign half of you folks over to this bit. Let's see how that works out for you. That should be interesting. Should lose all of our supplies within the next week, but you know, that's what you get when you're playing in Asia or South America or Africa. So yeah, 3 out of what? 3 of the continents in this game are basically unplayable because of attrition. Yeah, Deutsch Mittelafrika is collapsing. This has happened in every game that I've seen since the last update. So I'm guessing this is a kind of a scripted thing that's meant to happen. American Union State is swollen. It's truly swole. I'm guessing they're only going to get more powerful, so that should be interesting to see how that plays out in the end game. We still can't do war economy, which is very strange to me. But yeah, of course, Mongolia doesn't have more factories than us. They have no factories. Which I'm amazed that they still have... Oh yeah, they're about to run out of men and equipment anyway, so we're okay. And amazingly, they've taken twice the casualties that I have, which I really did not expect, because they have a massive defensive advantage. Revolution in Transnamor. Oh my god, this is great. Oh, this is perfect. Welcome. Oh, would you look at that? We've got Transnamor back. Isn't that fantastic? 37 divisions. Damn. Wow, that is actually very impressive. Huh. So wait, the Chinese are beating up the Japanese? That's amazing. Good for you, China. That's really good for you, huh? Didn't see that coming. Alright, let's organize this into, oh, this is a mess. Oh, good lord. Okay. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Let's get rid of all of these lads. We only need one infantry division, or at least one template. God, how did they make so many templates, and why? This seems completely counterproductive. God, there's so many of them. Why? I like to have a neat setup, so this makes me very hurt. Let's convert these to our usual infantry division. Pichotная дивизия. Let's get rid of these. Perfect, just what the doctor ordered. Let's see, how can we organize this? Comrade Golikov will be in charge of this, and will take away 13 divisions. And there we go, we got a ready army that we're gonna send to Moscow to exercise, all the way from Vladivostok. And we'll send the other one over to, I don't know, Novgorod to exercise as well. That should be great for them. Yeah, that would work for them. What about Meretskov? What are you doing? Oh yeah, since Transdamor is no longer a problem, you can also be transferred to a more useful area. Great. Now we have a couple of free army groups, or free armies at least, which is great. So I'm gonna move you onto the Belarus front. That seems useful in the future. We have exiled divisions, yeah, okay, sure. That's increased production of artillery. We got 5 military factories from Transdamor, which is great. Alright, America just declared war on Mexico. This is exciting. So yeah, America's gonna steamroll them because Mexico's a lot weaker. Which is interesting. You know, a big fascist power in America. That's very interesting. In the context of Kaiserreich, I mean. You rarely see that here. Alright, we're gonna build our last submarine, then we're gonna build convoys. Okay, this is beautiful. This is gonna... I really like that this is happening. It has a lot of flavor and stuff happening in the game. But it's also gonna slow the game down a lot, which is, you know, less than, you know, optimal, I suppose. Alright, these lads are not doing anything. How about you actually do something, please? And thank you. Yeah, okay, these events about Deutsches Middle Africa collapsing are going to be popping up for like a million years. Alright, keep pushing. Vladivostok is Russian. The great Far Eastern port city of Vladivostok is Russian once more. There are many ships in the harbor, including the bulk of Transdamor's old navy, as well as those owned by private individuals or companies. Some of these could be adapted for military purposes. One of them is a tanker, which is large enough to be converted into a basic aircraft carrier. That's crazy. That's actually really interesting. See, this is what never happens in vanilla. We shall seize and convert all the ships. So... convert all the ships? That tells me nothing. Self-Transdamor's navy, that would be interesting. No, we'll she'll seize the navy. Do I actually get their ships now? Oh my god. That's huge. And an aircraft carrier. But it's a terrible aircraft carrier with only 10 plane capacity, so it's useless. But damn, 24 destroyers, 3 light cruisers, and 2 heavy cruisers, that is crazy good. Wow. We're actually like a naval power. Never thought I would see that happening in this mod. Playing as the Russians at least. That's pretty awesome, dude. I forgot that event happened. I love it. Come on, lads, let's push. Okay, so the Manchurian puppet of Japan has collapsed. That's amazing, actually. Why are we not producing? Okay, let's produce convoys. That's the idea. Yeah, Africa is a nightmare. Come on, Herman. You can do it. They have a lot of divisions, but they're gonna get crashed because the other African states also have start with decent amounts of divisions. There's just no way that the Middle Africa can hold on. Really, there's just no way. I've never seen it happen because it's impossible. They're far outnumbered, which is a good thing. It makes sense. And I recently just finished reading Heart of Darkness, so yeah, very impacted by the whole African situation. I mean, I am a socialist and anti-imperialist, so of course I know about it, but still, you know, reading it, especially how the way Joseph Conrad wrote it, it's very moving. I really recommend to read Heart of Darkness if you haven't. It's an amazing read. It's breathtaking, really. I mean, the book is presented from the point of view of like a super aristocratic British person, which is it's fine because that's the period that the book was written in. That's just how the life was for British aristocrats back then. They'd go and do stuff. They felt they needed adventure in their life. Because that's what you do when you run out of things to do, when you don't have to struggle to keep alive. Let's see, damn, we have a lot of fighters. That's pretty crazy. Are those Japanese fighters? Are those Japanese fighters that I, like, got from Transcend the War? Because that's crazy. That's actually really cool. Never have too many fighters. Especially when we'll be going up against Deutschland. How are you doing, Deutschland? Not breaking through. Great. I want to see the losses in that war. Oh my god, they've lost 3.3 million men. Good lord. And France has only lost 600,000. Whereas Britain has almost lost 800,000. That's crazy. But yeah, German casualties are double that of the Third International. That's amazing. Good job, you guys. Amazing stuff. Well done. I'm proud of you. So yeah, this war is nearing its end. We are approaching the capital of Uguristan, so we should be okay on that situation. Okay, we're basically left unopposed in Mongolia, which is obviously very nice. So theoretically they should both capitulate fairly soon, which is obviously very nice. The Red Cossacks event is about to fire, so that's always nice. And yeah, in Kaiserreich there's this very interesting mechanic where you're not recommended to puppet things, you're meant to annex it and then you get an event to puppet it, which is very interesting. I like how that works. It makes sense to me. It makes it feel like there's actual politics going on, because Hearts of Iron 4 is a very politically shallow game, which is unfortunate. Because a little bit of political flavor would be, you know, very welcome in this game, I suppose. The Don Kuban Union falls, and we just get all that land for free, and a bunch of free divisions. Ah, don't you just love this mod? I know I do. I know I do. So, revolution in Elish Orda, war with Turkestan, we don't need to do that because we've done this. We'll do advance on the Caucasus. Let's reclaim the Russian oil. So, comrade Stalin, our great leader, who is also a general, because that's amazing. Let's have you be ready to take on Georgia, your homeland. Run by your historical comrade, Beria, Lavrenti Beria, who is somehow the leader of this country in this game, which is great. And Stalin, oh my god, that's amazing. Stalin is actually a minister in Georgia. He is in the original Kaiserreich, but I guess this submod failed to take that into consideration. That's pretty funny. I think that's pretty funny. That's great. He's like the leader of our country, but he's also a minister in theirs. That's amazing. Undercover Stalin is what that is. So let's take all these divisions and convert them to the only true holy division template. Delete all of this rubbish. We don't need any of this nasty stuff. And let's see, how many of them are we... Let's assign a few of these to this army, which is great, because now we just basically in the past, from the past two focuses, we just got like 2 new armies, which is amazing. Let's section you guys off. And there we go, we have a force ready for combat. That's great. And why not, you know, put them to good use. Although no, I think Stalin will be able to take over all of the Caucasus without any aid from the others. Although, how does this work? Oh yeah, no, this doesn't do anything. Okay. You guys can be assigned over here to train as well. Why not? Just go for it. And you lads can get Timoshenko, sure. And you guys just chill over here. Let's deploy 21 divisions. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There we go. And now we can actually finish up this army. So look at that, we got 3 armies from this. Well, no, I just deployed 21 divisions, so that doesn't really count at all. But it's good, because free troops is always nice. Never shy away from free troops, they always help. So how soon are these people from capitulating? Let's just do a beeline for their capital, that seems like the most logical thing to do. I feel like Mongolia is about to fall, so I think I'm gonna keep this video going. It's running a bit late, but I really just want to see this war finish, because this war has been annoying me for the past episode. I just really want to see it finished. Because effectively all resistance in Mongolia has collapsed, it's just that it's such a vast amount of land that it just takes so long, even on speed 5, to cover it all. And since I'm not using motorized divisions, which, you know, in retrospect would have been very useful here, I'm, you know, forced to do it the slow way, which is okay. You know, I'm a patient gamer, I don't mind. I am not in a hurry. Okay, I should not. Okay, gamer. Wow. Can't believe I just said that word. Can't believe I just called myself a gamer. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Alright, we're so close, boys. We can do it. We can do it, lads. Just take their capital. Mongolia's not even close to capitulating, apparently, but that doesn't seem right to me. Oh, yes. Would you look at that, boys. So obviously we're going to deny Iran all of this land because it's rightfully Soviet land. Obviously. Oh, we can't? What? Why do I have so little war goal? That makes no sense to me. That's ridiculous. I should be playing with player-led peace conferences, but I forgot. I guess we should pass a bunch, like the Persians. Oh, I am playing with player. No, I think this is just a part of Kaiserreich. I don't think I have player-led peace conferences on. I might. I often forget it. Alright, let's take our rightfully Soviet land. No, this is Mongolia. This is Tanatuva. Alright. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna annex it all. What am I doing? I'm just gonna pass a bunch. Take all states. Alright, and would you look at that? Asia is red. We're touching India. I can't believe we actually got Tibet as well. That's crazy. Well, would you look at that? Our first major war done and dusted, and we just got like, oh my god, got like 15 new military factories. That's crazy. Well, okay, wow, this has been a great episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking. If you haven't done so already, please check out my Discord, my Twitter, and my Patreon if you feel like supporting me on either of those sites. And please, most importantly, leave any comments, including recommendations, suggestions, ideas for new videos, for new kind of challenges maybe, in the comments below, and I will, you know, check them out. And if you want to have a chat, then do join me in my Discord, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.